Stranded. A Kikachi place-to-place fanfic. Io wakes up in his bedroom. As they goes for breakfast, they see the news. He is prepared to go to Arashinumi, a town in the coast, near Hokkaido. Men, I can't wait to see Tsumaiki again, said Io. Then, when he walked on the streets of Chisato City, they see the birds chirping, the cars moving in. And Tsumaiki, my purple-haired cat girl who is my lover, for eternity. Hi, Io, said Tsumaiki. Io asked nicely, Hi, Tsumaiki-chan. Tsumaiki smiled as they goes for a walk. In the middle of the street, they meet Haim, a cute girl who likes cute things, and Yayoi, a scientific girl who likes science and makes inventions. Hey. What's up? Said Yayoi. Hi, Io-kun, said Haim. Then, they arrive into the school building. They goes to his classroom, as they waited for the teacher, as Mr. Kinma arrives. Well, today is the field trip to Arashinumi, so let us take the bus and go to the Chisato port. When we arrive into Arashinumi, we can eat something, and take a tour of the bay. Tsumaiki gets the idea. Arashinumi is a nice town, the beach is also wonderful, but they waited for the bus to come. Sumi-chan, the beach is also known for her stormy weather and huge waves, even you can't take ferries there, said Io. Tsumaiki is shocked, but then, they goes to the bus, and after they explain the rules, they see the tour guide. His friendly smile remembers the moment. His name is Shoujo Nagato. The bus arrived in the Chisato port. As the ferry gets departed, in the middle of the sea, they see about the friendly guide. Well, this guide is wonderful, maybe we can help about touring other cities like this, said Yayoi. Haim, as they waited, they goes for eat in the cafeteria hall. Guys, this rice is delicious, and the noodles, very tasty, said Haim. After eating, they goes in the foggy night. Tsumaiki is with eyes open, saying that the guide is strange. In the guide's room, they see laughing. He, Tsumaiki is my dear price, so, how about when we arrive into Arashinumi, and get to the bay tour, make the ferry sink. He is talking with her minions, who hijacks every boat. He is named as the Legion of Hitachi, and it is famous in Arashinumi. 8 hours later, they arrived in Arashinumi, a fishing town, who has a port. They goes to a hotel named Mikage Hotel, in which they see pictures of the ocean. Tsumaiki goes to his room, but there is rare thing, the TV only air 4 channels. Haim goes to see the ocean, but they see cloudy clouds. Girls, Arashinumi is still cloudy, 357 days a year, said Io. Then, they toured the town. They visited the port harbor, the main street. In the fishing street, there is a famous restaurant named Fryland, in which they served fried fish. Then, they visited the beaches, unless Haim want to swim there. Then, they decide to eat at Fryland. Such delicious fried fish, said Tsumaiki. The food is delicious, except for the clouds, said Haim. Later, they goes to the Arashinumi beach, for a bay tour. They enter the ship, as they got invited. As they enter the main gate, there is Rare, the receptionist girl isn't there. But when Haim goes, the lights goes out. What happened, said Haim, shocked and trembling like a leaf. Tsumaiki hears a voice. He. Do you think that I'm such a fool to do something? My cute purplish kitty. Haim and Yayoi heard the voice, and is left in shock. It's the tour guide, Shoujo Nagato, who appears with the minions. Shoujo, you idiot, said Io. Shoujo laughed evilly, as they put bombs in the bottom of the ship. He, there is nothing like you, Io, enjoy your stay in the bay. The tour guide escaped, as Io, Haim and Yayoi runs to Shoujo, as Tsumaiki goes to the staircase. Then, when they goes up for the harbor service, boom, kaboom. The ship exploded, and then, Tsumaiki walked to the hallways, until they hear something. Io is still there, but when they goes to his room. Gotcha. You will drown here, said the minion. Tsumaiki and Io gets trapped there, as the chair gets unable to open the door. Then, the ship goes in diagonal. Haim and Yayoi walked in the hallways, until they hear that the hallway is flooding. They goes down, but they see a large mass of water. Tsumaiki is with Io, blushing in love, thinking that Io is her husband, until the water comes from the room. Io, tea the water, said Tsumaiki. Io and Tsumaiki try to escape, as the flooding goes to her legs. Tsumaiki gets shocked that they turned into a trap. Haim and Yayoi decides to save Tsumaiki, but the water is rising to her legs, as Haim gets shocked, as a large blow of water falls down. Oh gosh, I'm gonna drown. Yayoi, help me. Meanwhile, Io and Tsumaiki is in the room, with the flood near her chests. They said to Io about her love. Io, if we die, we can drown together, to be sirens and feel the cold water in there. My fur is now wet. Then, a large wave makes Io and Tsumaiki underwater. They swim around, as they try to escape. As Haim hears muffling sounds, Haim goes to dive in the waters, as they see the room that Io and Tsumaiki is in. Haim frees Io and Tsumaiki, and swims to the surface. They find the stairs, and goes to the surface. Tsumaiki gasped for air, as the purple fur is wet. Haim is also wet, shivering from the cold waters. Yayoi sees the ship, and the ship is upside down. She is shocked that Io, Tsumaiki, and Haim is still there. Tsumaiki and Haim swim from the ship, until a large wave arrived. Yayoi was climbing the ship to a window, until a terrifying sound is heard. It's a large wave. They hit the ship, throwing Yayoi into the water. Tsumaiki and Haim gets underwater again, gasping for breath. Io is swimming, as they find Yayoi underwater. They swim in the ocean, as they see the ship sinking slowly. Haim is now almost drowning. Haim can't take it anymore. Her fate is sealed as she drowns. Tsumaiki can't swim, because of the cold water. The ocean has won against us. Meanwhile, Shoujo, laughing evilly, goes with his helicopter to Arashinumi, to make the students hostage as they continue with his plan. Io wakes up. He is cold and wet. They see Tsumaiki, a mess of drenched fur, spitting the seawater from her lungs. Haim and Yayoi also appeared, soaked and shivering in cold. Io discovered that he is stranded on an island, with small views of the town. Tsumi-chan, we are in a stranded island, said Io. Tsumaiki, as they shake the soaked fur, and turned into a puffy fur, making Haim laughing, as Tsumaiki blushes, says. That's right, this island is far far away, so, how we can escape the island? Io think for a moment, as they explored the island, until they discovered a village, named as Saki Village. Saki Village, what is that then? They hear a creepy noise, ashigugaga. Io, Tsumaiki, Haim, and Yayoi is shocked, and tries to run, until he is surrounded. They hear that the leader is Saki, a student from Chisato High School. Io gets shocked as his best friend is the leader of the village. Hey, Io-kun, wanna drink hot coffee, said Saki. Io is invited, and even Haim, Yayoi, and Tsumaiki drinks coffee. It is November and it is cold. They talk to Saki. How we can escape? The ship has sunk and killed 10 students, but now Shoujo turned Arashinumi into a evil slavery town. Saki, noticing about the news, they got a plan. We got a wooden ship that they goes to Arashinumi. Io decides to go to the wooden ship, named Asakinator, to Arashinumi. They see the island one more time, to see the ocean, and after 2 hours, they arrive into the town, but something is strange. They see pictures of Shoujo, laughing evilly. Shoujo has forcing students to clean the canals, as they get wet foot. Come on, get back to work, screamed Shoujo. A student gets tired, but the minions beat him up. This is too cruel. Then, when he laughs, they see Io standing there. Well, what is the meaning of this? You just killed 10 students, said Io, growling in anger. Then, Tsumaiki plans to beat the villain, as she says. Beat him up. Haim, call the police, we need information. Io goes on a battle with Shoujo, as they almost get punched by Shoujo. Yayoi uses the tennis auto machine, and throws Shoujo into the canals, getting soaked and muddy. Haim already called the police, and then, the sirens has arrived. Shoujo surrenders, as the students hugs Tsumaiki. Shoujo gets 10 years in prison for terrorism and hostage control, as Io, Tsumaiki, Haim, and Yayoi, even Saki, goes to Chisato City by ferry. Now, Io is drinking milkshakes with Tsumaiki, laughing cutely. Hi hi hi, you're so cute when you smile, Tsumi-chan. Tsumaiki smiles, as she says. You too, Io-kun. They continue drinking milkshakes, as they see the sunny sky of Chisato City. Haim and Yayoi is also drinking, but then, Yayoi gets covered in chocolate as Haim laughs, making Yayoi pouting. The end. I hope you enjoy this fanfic, Nian.